Alright, so I should be streaming, but let me just get some stuff and hopefully I can, edit something while I'm streaming. Unless you guys can't hear from this distance. And it looks like the stream is being rather fine, which is good. Now I just need to upload some stuff onto my laptop. And hey there, Fire Sky. How you been? No. Let me just pull something up. Recorded, reduce. Let's go recorded. Why is that being a... I don't want that to be a quick access. Quick access. Let me go over here. Let me also pull up chat so you guys can... So I can see you guys. Most likely let me tone down the volume on this. Let me go over here. Alright, so I'm guessing that the stream is fine, so I'm just gonna make that go away. Let me go to my channel. Oh wait, I was watching that. Damn it. I just remember it's 15. Alright, so what to do. I already did the daily missions, I think. Most likely I'm just gonna go to the grinding. Yeah, I already did these. What else do I need to do? Hey there, Jonathan, and hey there, Martin. How you two doing today? Okay, so yeah, let me do some raids so I can get that check marked. But yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up. I will be making a short video. I'll make a short video emphasizing this for you guys. When it comes to Metis, you do not have the if you do not have an ultimate Prometheus key, do not be a dummy and backtrack to get that Prometheus key to ultimate it, because around the corner they will most likely take that out of the formula. They will take keys out, so do not backtrack to upgrade a key, because the formula for Metis will be just her deified version and essences. That's it. Do not waste your stuff on keys. And I'm going to emphasize that again on my video that's going to be edited in a few hours. So yeah, let me actually pull this up. And then, oh hey there, Raptor. Raptor says, howdy, hey there. Alright, so let me pop up this and then also take the videos off of my phone and put it onto my laptop. And then start rendering it and editing it and all that good sort. And I said, hey, Fire Sky. Marez says, what are your thoughts about Dragon Blaze Morph? What do you think of the paying system? What about falling asleep? Marez, we don't... Damn it. Marez, why do you gotta call me out on that? You see, Marez, when I play on my Korean guild loot, I end up falling asleep because of, because, like, we really need to complete guild loot over there, but, yeah. And I kind of confused Global with the Korean Dragon Blaze, and I knew that I should have stayed awake when I was watching over guild loot, but I was a big dummy and I did something stupid. So yeah, Marez. Shit. You're in my guild, aren't you, Marez? If you're in the guild, you damn it, Marez. Yeah. Why do you gotta call me out, Marez? Why you gotta call me out? I mean, I know I did a big mistake. This is the second time that it happened, but yeah. And then Fire Sky says, some of this bull scares me. What bull? And then Murray says, indeed I am. Jesus. Anyways, I'll give you guys my opinions about Dragon Blaze in a few minutes. So let me just pull up some stuff and put it into my laptop. Because I still need to make that video emphasizing on, if you do not have the Dracos at ultimate status, do not ultimate status them, and then if you do not have Metis, do not backtrack to get the Metis key, because that'll be a waste of resources. Unless you already have an ultimate Prometheus key, then you're fine, but other than that, yeah, no. Because the big update is around the corner, because the next thing we're gonna get is maybe the Arc Buster, the big event where we get a bunch of free transcended allies. What else? Some of the new daily dungeons, maybe Orc Palaces, maybe Challenger's Dungeon as well. And I think that's it. And then Fire Sky says the F word. I'm still laughing at that. I kind of looked at my phone like early in the morning and be like, oh wait, am I farming on the Korean guild loot? And then I just went back to sleep. And then I realized I wasn't, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm breaking some rules. So yeah, I did get penalized for that, so I apologize to anyone who didn't get a run-in for Tower 1, but I didn't read the new guidelines for my guild, so yeah, that was my bad. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's great. Don't ask any questions, because I don't feel like explaining it. Let me see, are you done with the... Wait, what happened to my fourth one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I should be fine. I can delete this off of my phone. And then now I can give you guys my undivided attention now. And let me also swap my phone charger. Let me swap my cord to my phone charger now. So yeah, to answer your question, Marez, about Dragon Blaze, I am definitely... The biggest issue I'm having is the way that Dragon Blaze is trying to milk money out of us. Now, I understand that they need money because any video game needs any sort of finance to them or some money to back them up. But the fact that they're implementing a lot on the new systems and giving it more of a pay-to-win sort of feel isn't a good thing. And the issue I have with the system is this. When it comes to the rune system and enhancement system, it's very important because that gives you more combat power on your allies. However, in the long run, will it be a good investment to actually spend for these sort of things when there might be a new system that might override this, and we're gonna once again do the same process of buying more of their items or more of the things you need to do to enhance yourself just so you can become stronger? And then Jonathan says, that's why I just tap and go. When it comes to guild loot, since I'm in the big guild in global, I tend to, I had to pay attention to the percentage because there's a lot of other active players there. And, guidelines, I'm not the leader of the guild and I need to abide by it. It's just that I didn't know that I broke one of the major rules, which is like non-leaders must not exceed past 10% and stuff. And then yeah, I kind of fell asleep when doing it because I was trying to stay awake when I was doing guild loot, but then somehow I fell asleep, and then I did wake up, but then I went back to sleep thinking that I was playing on the Korean Dragon Blaze where I actually auto run guild loot because I need to get that high percentage because we can't really... There's only a few members in my Korean guild loot that actually run it, so yeah. Once again, no excuses. That was my bad. I'm gonna take full responsibility of it, and the consequence to my actions is that I have to only get 5% on the Tower 1, but I still need to pay attention to the fact that I had to get below 10% for the other towers as well. But most likely I'm just gonna stick with 5% because that's all I've been doing, and I might as well pay attention to the game. I just need to make sure that for Tower 1 I cannot exceed past 5% because that was the punishment. And then Fire Sky says, I'm leaguing. You're leaguing? As in you're playing League of Legends, Fire Sky? And then Marez says, Dragon Blaze is a great game, but the gap between free-to-play and pay-to-win is huge, and it will get bigger and bigger. Plus, it is hard to start playing it. It's way too much for someone casual to learn all of this and don't fuck up. Plus, catch up is a no-no, and spend in this game feels like not worth it at all. They will always put something new and fuck the thing you just got. I agree with you, Marez, because when it comes to some of the transitions, it wasn't smooth, and just making sure that my stream is actually healthy right now. When it comes to the Overlord, or just, I can't speak. The transition from Transcended Titan allies, the new ones, to Overlord, it was too quick. The gap between new players and old players is too huge because of the new systems, especially rune system, and enhancement system. Now, if you've been farming constantly on these daily missions, you should be fine. But there is a backlash to this unless you've been playing the game and you're actually getting a surplus of rubies compared to a minus. But if you're not doing as much, if you're not getting a lot of rubies, you will actually have a negative cost to your spendings when it comes to farming the daily dungeons instead of a surplus. And my rubies aren't that high anymore because of the daily dungeons. I've been spending a good 300 rubies just so I can do 2 of the dungeons, the enhancement dungeon and the rune dungeon. But the biggest issue is if you're new to the game, you just got in, for example, you may not know some of the stuff that's gonna come out soon. You don't know that you don't know which ally may be the best for you. You may choose one of the wrong allies. What else? You're not going to get that far ahead when it comes to the enhancement and rune system. There's a lot of things that the Dragon Blaze in general needs to work on. And when it comes to the pay-to-win stuff, I feel like they shouldn't emphasize on the system as much. Yes, it is an option to actually do it, but they shouldn't rely on it heavily. When it comes to enhancements and rune system, it is very important. It is like the reason why our allies are very strong and they are kind of carrying us. Now, obviously, when it comes to main character enhancements, it is also important because they can actually deal out a good amount of damage. But if you don't know about a lot of things when it comes to Dragon Blaze, then you're gonna get lost and then you most likely will quit out of the game before you actually get into it. And hey there, Kevin. Kevin says, yo, what's up? I made Ultimate Kahan yesterday. Well, the thing is about Kahan, it looks like he's really good. And I haven't looked at his abilities fully yet, but it seems like all of the leaders for these overlords, they're up there. Ban is up there still, Kahan is up there, and then, I really want to call him Anakin, like, holy shit, with the one picture you showed in that video you made, Kevin. He looks like Anakin. No joke, he looks like goddamn Anakin. But Jonathan says, my guild doesn't allow you to run the tower if you do that, and a boot if you refuse. Wait, what do you mean? Your guild doesn't allow you to run the tower? As in, you can't be number 1, or you can't actually play said tower? That's a bit tricky, but then again, I'm guessing that you're in a top guild that allows most of the top players to get most of the benefits, question mark. And hey there, Faircloth. Alright, I did a good amount of farming already. I already got my essence selects and yeah, okay, so to give you guys a rundown about my opinions, I mean, Kevin, I'm just waiting for the right overlord. Technically, I could go for another ultimate overlord, but I'm hoarding up my items, and I haven't been farming as much, so yeah, I only have 2 ultimate overlords still. One of them I kind of, what is it? I used money to actually get that one, so yeah. And L4 says, hello there, L4. But yeah, I'm focused more towards the global because it's slower, I don't need to worry about some stuff, and it's free to play. Compared to my Korean account, it's just, I don't know. It's just been a struggle because I also had to deal with time zones. I had to farm in the morning. I'm not awake in the morning. And, yeah. It's just that I'm not gonna get the most benefit if... I'm not gonna get the highest percentage of essence drop rate if I don't farm during that time. Now, obviously, they did put a boost when it comes to off-screen farming, but still, it's a issue to me because I need all the multipliers I can get when it comes to the essence drop, and with my RNG, it's really fucking random too, because sometimes you get good essence drop rates, sometimes you don't. I have an issue with this game. Yeah, Kevin says who? Lolona? Yeah, Rolona. Well, God, I cannot pronounce that. Rolonoa. No, I'm gonna call it Lolona, or most likely I'm gonna call her Tanya. But the issue is, I'm just mad at how they kind of rip me off when it comes to how those tickets work. Now, obviously, they might fix that later on when it comes to the next set of overlords and they just might give you the free overlord, but still, it's like, the fact that you had to get them at a certain status to use that ticket is pretty dumb, and they don't give you the overlord along with your usage of that ticket. And this kind of emphasizes on the fact that the Korean Dragon Blaze is trying to milk more money out of you. Now, Global is just following what the Korean Dragon Blaze is doing, and I'm not going to blame Global for, you know, having that sort of mindset, but I don't know. When it comes to the Korean Dragon Blaze, I'm losing my touch. I'm still playing it, don't get me wrong, it's just that it's lacking. It's lacking in a lot of things that I'm over, that I keep on repeating every damn stream. Kevin says, I never spend money in Dragon Blaze Offline. I actually want to spend to upgrade faster like you, Morph. Yeah, don't do it, Kevin, don't do it. It's not worth it because it's gonna change your metas real quick. Like, one, there might be an overlord that you may really like and then it's gonna change. With the anniversary that's coming up, hopefully I can get another overlord without actually spending a good amount of my resources, but I don't know. And then Raptor says, guild that throttle players based on how good they are is just dumb. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I understand why some players would do that because, you know, maybe they are carrying the entire guild, but still, what my guild is doing is they're trying to get everyone to have a chance at it or have, you know, at least 5% in before the actual event. And I'm surprised that they're actually doing this on Global. They actually added this feature in Global, which is kind of handy. Actually, thinking about it, they're adding this a bit too early, aren't they? Because I don't remember this being in the game that early. Over in the Korean Dragon Blaze, when they first introduced this, I think they did it with the new Transcended Titans. The fact that they're implementing it right now. See, here's the thing about Global. They know what to talk about sometimes, or they know what to implement sometimes. Because it's like, I know that Korea is just trying out new things and they're still, yeah, they're trying out new things and they want to gauge how it is for the for us, for the players, and then they will fix it along the way. But Global is like, hey, look at all this stuff. You know what we should do? We should implement this before, you know, this certain date and all that good stuff. So, yeah. I'm surprised that they implemented this little feature because I know for sure that the Korean Dragon Blaze did not release this so soon. And then Nicholas says, what guild are you in? The guild I'm in for Global is called Ascension. Now, it's not my guild, it's a guild that Super's in. If you don't know who Super is, go ahead and check out his stuff. He's another Dragon Blaze. Well, I wouldn't say he hasn't actually streamed Dragon Blaze in a good while, but he does Dragon Blaze videos, and he was the reason why I got in. He was the reason to why I got back into Dragon Blaze. So if you haven't seen his stuff, go ahead and check him out. And then Farm God says, "Hey Morph, been a while." Yeah, it's been a long while. And hey there, Zero, how you doing today? Yeah, Metis is in the game now, along with Hyperion. I was hoping that Global would have implemented or they would have taken out the key formula, or the keys in general when it comes to making a transcended ally, but they haven't, so I'm gonna make a short video for you guys in a few hours to give you guys a heads up saying that, hey, if you don't have the Prometheus key out ultimate status, do not backtrack to it, because in a few months or in a few weeks, we will be having that. We will be having the Transcended formula reworked, so you don't need to have an ultimate key anymore. Just know that if you already have an ultimate Prometheus key, you should be fine. You go ahead and make Metis or Prometheus. Leia might be in that equation as well, but I don't remember when Leia was released and if she was before or after that huge update. And then Donato says, nice squad. Yeah, the squad that I have right... Oh wait, no, this is not the right squad. This is not my actual ultimate team. I don't know why I didn't fix this. This was like the team I decided to use because I was leveling up Falcon and Bliss Foxy, but yeah, these are not the right allies. But yeah, they released Metis Hyperion in this little event yesterday. So, guys, quickly, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Give me a number, quick. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Come on. If you guys don't choose, I choose 3. Yes, all 3 of the pigs. You want to get all 3 of the pigs because it gives you essences, gold, and allies. Oh wait, do I have any more runs? Let me try to do this again and I'll hopefully ask you guys for numbers and stuff. And then Nightmare says, what's up? I'm doing fine, and as you can see, yeah. I'm surprised that they implemented this little feature right now. This is really, really good. And then Nightmare says, okay, bye, wait. Nightmare, you're like, what's up? Bye. You've been doing that for a good while. But if you're busy, I understand. Alright, so we got a couple more runs, so hopefully when I kill the last pig for the gold chest, you guys quickly type in your numbers. And then Jonathan says, I'm going the magic route, then physical, then probably move to Incant build when Ravengale comes Arc. Oh, that is a good thing. Here's the thing about Ravengale at Arc status. She is pretty handy, but I don't know if they will rework her before the huge update or like during that process of the huge update. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a bit of a spoiler, but that when they decided to rework on some of the Transcended Allies Arc abilities, they did it when it was going from Transcended Allies to Overlords. And then Jonathan says more. If you know you're not gonna get an instant number when you get streamed. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Jonathan says, wait. I'm repeating myself. ... Okay, so Jonathan says you're not gonna get an instant number when you got stream delay. I do? Yeah, well, you're right, cause like whenever I'm asking you guys, it's gonna be a bit too late. Damn it. Anyways, Kevin says, aren't gonna do Korean version. I don't care you do or not. Wait. Okay, so Mirez says 1. Actually, yeah, if you guys give me a heads up beforehand, then we should be fine. And then Shine says, the last time I caught one of your stream was during the Global Chapter 5. Back then, my name was Shine TAD. I think I remember your name. Yeah. But I mean, Kevin, when it comes to the Korean Dragon Blaze, I'll still play it, but it's not that heavy. I'll continue making videos for you guys. I'll continue giving you guys news updates, talk about some of the features that I haven't talked about yet. Still go over the Overlord review videos, but other than that, I'm not as active on the Korean Dragon Blaze. I am still playing the Korean Dragon Blaze, but it's not as much like the Global Dragon Blaze. Because the Global Dragon Blaze, I've been farming constantly during the buff times. When it comes to the Korean Dragon Blaze, I haven't farmed during the actual buff times unless I leave my phone on the entire night. And then it goes towards the morning when the buff times are actually on to actually get the maximum percentage of my drop rate. But still, I got an issue when it comes to the drop rates because even with the highest multipliers, it's still shit depending on your RNG set numbers. And when it comes to RNG, random number generator, it's like, it's random. So, Mirez says to go with number 1. And, okay. The game decides to click for me. And then Kevin's like, no, don't quit. I'm not quitting it. It's just that I'm not going to play it as much. It's like me saying I'm not going to play as much for PSO2, but, yeah. Or every time I go out back on PSO2, I play it a bit, then get off, and then be like, I'm going to quit it, but then I come back into the game again. Yeah, it's just... The thing is, the Korean Dragon Blaze is losing a lot of my interest because of various factors. One of them being the pay-to-win sort of thing, and how they're trying to milk out more money from the players. Once again, I understand how a game needs to get more money for its content. It's just that I feel like it's going at it at the wrong way, especially when it comes to the system, because as you can see... Okay, actually, to emphasize my point, let me show you guys on the market. And this will actually affect new players because I don't know what the rewards are for new players, but I doubt they'll get a lot of items when it comes to the rune system and the enhancement system. You still need to farm that on your own time and through the daily dungeons. Unless they give out free rewards, but I haven't touched the new intro mission for the Korean Dragon Blaze. So if I go over to the shop for right now, let me show you guys what they're selling. And I'm not going to blame Global because Global is figuring out, hey, this little thing that they did over the Korean Dragon Blade should be implemented now instead of later, and I give them props for that. But where is it? Is it in items? No, maybe it's in the package deal. Yeah, some of that stuff I'm not gonna touch. Do they still have the new costumes? No, they took them out. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's only Awakened costumes. Anyways, like the package shop over here, they kind of emphasize on this. It's a kind of a good thing, but I don't know if you should actually invest in this. Maybe for an ultimate Transcended Ally, it's not a max Transcended Ally. But this isn't a bad deal if you want to spend. But the fact that they're kind of emphasizing on... What is it? Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, it's not just global. I'm also referring to the Korean Dragon Blades as well. But as you can see, they're emphasizing a lot on the rune system and the enhancement system. And that's a good and bad thing. Because when it comes to the... It's like... You may want to get it so you can get a good head start. But the biggest backlash to this is that those runes are going to be random. It's not going to allow you to get the right runes all the time. So if you really need to upgrade your warrior rune, for example, you're not going to get a bunch of warrior runes. It's going to be random. What else? And when it comes to enhancing your main character, it's going to take you a good while because you need to farm daily dungeons constantly. But if you're new to the game, you still need to get your rubies and all that good sort, and you need to get up there in levels. So it's a struggle for both the global and most likely the Korean Dragon Blades as well, because when it comes to the Korean Dragon Blades, Overlords are the next big thing, and when it comes to Overlords, just enhancing them is a pain in the butt. You need a lot of resources, a lot of gold, a lot of triple S allies of the same class, and a lot of essences. Essences will eat up like, I don't know, eat up like cannon fodder or like gunpowder. I don't know what sort of comparison I was doing, but yeah. And then Egg says, I'm a new player in global. Do you think I can get trans ulti of all class before Overlords come out and without pay to play, or should I pay to play, or should I? Oh wait, no, you're trying to say. Okay, so you're asking if you can get everything as a free to play, or should I go pay to win? Overlords, they'll come out maybe in 2, 3, maybe 4 months from now, somewhere in summer. Yeah, somewhere around the summer. So, as a free-to-play, unless you've been playing this game ever since Transcendent Allies came out and you've been farming non-stop, you might be able to get all the ultimate Transcendent Allies. I know that a good pal of mine, Yuli, over in the Korean Dragon Blades, he kind of did that before Overlords became the next big thing. So, it is possible, yes, but you need to be farming this game, like, religiously. Now, when it comes to pay to win though, I mean, if you're playing the game right now, it's gonna be a bit difficult. You're gonna be farming a lot, you need to farm at the right times, you need to get that highest percentage, and hopefully you got a good set of RNG numbers for Transcended Essences. I mean, excuse me, we don't have Transcended Essences just yet, do we? Or do we still have Essences? I haven't checked that out. If you still have the 3 separate essences, then yeah, depending on your RNG numbers, and that's gonna determine if you're gonna get a lot of it or not. But if you have essences, Transcended Essences, or if it is dropping Transcended Essences, then same dealio. It depends on the RNG numbers. And then Kevin says, Korean Dragon Blades needs 3,800 essences for... Oh god. 3,800... stupid. That's just for one. And then Farm God says, do you know the max rune cap? For global, I think it's 50. Until later. I might be wrong about that though. It's been a while since I actually looked at some of the old stuff. And then Ahmad says, Ahmad says, I still don't have Transcended Wait, I still don't have an ultimate transcended character. Better to ultimate or max the others? Make sure that your entire team have max status first before you go to ultimate status. Then you want to work to ultimate status, Ahmad. Once you get to ultimate status, the next status will be arc status, and that's gonna take up a good amount of triple S allies and transcended essences and gold. So yeah, but arc status isn't a thing yet. So you know, work your way up first. Get the right team. Yeah, get the right team. Get them to max. Work on ultimate, then arc. But to answer a question that was talking about overlords, you need to have an arc transcended. You need to have an arc transcended ally. And we don't have arc status yet in global. It's gonna be soon though. Give it a few weeks, give it maybe a month, we're gonna get it. But yeah, arc status will become the next big thing. And then Donato says, you can profit a lot just by doing daily schedules. You mean the daily dungeons? Yeah, what do you mean by profit? Because it is a good thing to actually spend your rubies off of them, but you can't do it all the time. You can only do it once a day, or maybe 2 times a day, depending on what daily dungeon it is. So yeah. And then Ahmad says, thank you, no problem. Yeah, you definitely want to get ultimate. Oh wait, the biggest thing I'm just gonna emphasize on as well is that if you have a Draco, try to avoid ultimating them, because at the same time when the Arcbuster comes out or the next big patch comes out or the next big update, they will be giving out free ultimate Dracos. So if you already have a Draco but it's not at ultimate status, they will automatically make it into ultimate status. Now if you already have an ultimate Draco, then they will compensate you with rubies. Now do I agree with the number of rubies you get because of the ultimate status Draco? No, but it's better than nothing. And then also, if you do not own a Draco, they will be giving you a free Draco, so yeah. And then Kevin says, more, if you already have 2 ult overlords, you already spended 7,600 essences for overlords. One of them, I actually spent a good amount of essences for. The other one was more of a ticket, but that costs, you know, money. So yeah, yeah, I can do my math, but the fact that you still need like 2,000 plus essences for an overlord is stupid. And guess what? How much essences you can get during a run, depending on how much stamina you got, how much of your RNG is for your drop rates. It's like the thing about the drop rates. Let me emphasize this, because when it comes to certain video games, they have a set drop rate. Let's take World of Warcraft for example. You want a rare item, it has a 0.1% of dropping. Now this can increase because of the amount of kills or maybe a booster or something, but the set number is 0.1%. What I'm gonna have an issue with, and I'm gonna make a separate video talking about this in more details, is that when it comes to the drop rates for essences, it can change. It's not fixed. So the drop rate could be like 0.5 at one time, but if you log out of the game, like entirely exit out of the game and get back into the game, it can change. It can change from 0.5% to 0.1%. These RNG numbers aren't fixed, which pisses me off, because they should be fixed. It should have a set percentage, and the fact that the fact that you have to log in and out just so you can get that right RNG number is dumb, because you can have a lot of shoes, but you may not have the most amount of essences you should have got. For example, you could have like 2,000 shoes, you did a bunch of farming and you only got, what, maybe 200 transcended essences. That might be a good thing, but I don't know. It's dumb. Like one time I spent 1,000 shoes, I only got like 20 transcended essences. And if you change that back to, what, the light essences, the hero essences, and the titan essences, that's only like 60 essences in total. Which pisses me off because it's like, I only got 20. Out of 1,000 shoes I spent, fucking 20. And then Donato says, I mean, if you play the game daily about an hour or so, 5 dungeons, 2 raids, guild loot daily dungeons, and get to 2 free transcendent essences, that's a good deal and a nice progress. Craftman says, honestly, that's me. You mean about the drop rates and stuff? Yeah, it's dumb. Sometimes you spend a good amount of shoes and it's like, here's a couple of essences. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is why you want to farm with the multipliers, because it does boost you a good amount. But it's still random as fuck, because it's like, your set number could be 0.1% and it's not going to be as high. So if you have a bad drop rate, and stop the run, exit out of the game, log back in, and pray to God that you got a better set of RNG numbers. But yeah. And for Donato's comment, I kind of get what you're getting at. Pretty much, I mean, if you play the game about an hour or so, 5 dungeons, 2 raids, yeah, I don't know. The thing about this game, it's heavy on grinding. And because of the fact that the essence aren't at a fixed drop rate, you're gonna either have good luck or bad luck when it comes to these drop rates and getting these essences. And it could be a pain in the butt. And to get an ultimate transcended ally right now, it still costs a good amount of triple S allies and essences. So even though you're farming religiously, you're not gonna get a transcended ally right off the bat. It's still gonna give you maybe a week, maybe 2, or maybe, a good month. Depends on how much you play. And if you decide to farm during during the non-boost times, then that's up to you. But if you're able to get a good set of drop rates, then you're kind of good. Kramer says, have you heard of the YouTube monetization thing, Morph? Are you talking about the fact that YouTube is being a bit more strict with their policies and how you have to have a certain amount of views on your videos to be partnered up with YouTube and stuff? Yeah, I already heard about it, but I don't know. The thing is, I'm not making a lot of money off of YouTube, so I'm only doing this casually. I do have some ads here and there, but yeah, it's like, this isn't my main source of income. Now, technically, I need to get a job so I can get more money again. But the biggest issue with me getting a job is that half of the time, I'm not going to be uploading a bunch of videos for you guys, and I won't be able to stream as much. So I might try to find alternative ways to get money from you guys if you want to donate to me. I will try to give you guys some fan arts. I'll try to give you guys some stories. Do something to give back to you guys, or do something so you guys can kind of help me, ? It's up to you. It's an option, but it's not like a must. I think Craftman says coughs go to Twitch. Well, here's the problem with me. I don't have a decent laptop to actually run Dragon Blaze on Twitch, because when it comes to Twitch, I need to have OBS at a certain settings for it to work. When it comes to me streaming right now, I'm actually using my phone, and it is linked to YouTube. I don't know if Twitch actually has an app program where I can stream to Twitch, but I highly doubt it. Now, if I play on my PS4, I will most likely be streaming on Twitch a lot more compared to YouTube. Because apparently, when it comes to some of my replays on YouTube, I don't know why, but some of the quality goes up and down. So I might be playing a lot more games on Twitch when it comes to my PS4. But when it comes to phone app games, it's going to be YouTube. Oh wait, hold on. What is Kevin trying to get my attention for? Okay, so Kevin says, Morph, I fucking farmed 19,000 essences. I mean, that's the point of this game now. It's like you farm. Here's my opinion when it comes to Dragon Blaze. It has the potential to grab your eye. Visually, it looks really nice. You got decent characters, you got a good, decent storyline, and this game can be played on auto run. You can just walk away and let the game play itself. And Donato says, man, this game walks way too fast with updates and stuff. If you play on the Korean Dragon Blaze, that is sort of true. It is kind of fast, but lately it's been kind of slow. And the same with Global, it hasn't done as much, but this gives you a lot of time to actually get to the point where you get a decent team where you can actually do a lot of the end game stuff. But yeah, going back to my opinion about Dragon Blaze. And hey there, So here's the thing. When it comes to Dragon Blaze, I really like this phone app game, but I'm gonna be making my review video and I will be pointing out some of its flaws and rants about it because I generally like this game, but it needs to improve drastically. There's a good amount of phone app games I've been playing off screen, or I've been doing on the sidelines, and they have a lot of features that catch my eye, and you know, depending on your interests, it may catch your eye or it may not. Now, if you're more into the auto run sort of thing, then Dragon Blaze is definitely a good game for you because it can literally play itself. It's just that when you start playing this game, you need to pay attention to it because you need to get rubies, you need to get certain things, and then once you get to the mid-game point and the end-game point, you can just, you know, get these items and walk away and let the game play itself. Just, you know, pay attention to certain factors like guild loot battle because depending on the rules and all that good shabazz, then you need to abide by it. And if you're not the guild leader for your guild, then, or guild manager, then, you know, you gotta abide by those rules. But going back on topic, yeah, when it comes to Dragon Blaze, it's just that it's been emphasizing a lot more on the pay in these new systems, and we're relying heavily on it. Now, once again, I kind of understand why, but you made on. Obviously, it still enhanced system, but it's still a pain in the butt to do. And what is it? New players won't get a huge head start, especially if you join the game very late, because you need to get to the point where you can get a good level for your rune system and enhancement system. But guess what? You either need to pay for these items or you need to wait every day for that to open up to you so you can actually get your scrolls and your runes. Wait. Was there a lag? I was not paying attention to my stream, but it does look like it's lagging. Check audio settings. Okay, are we good? Are we good? YouTube, what the heck did you do to me? Okay, hold on. Before I start doing a bunch of other stuff, let me actually get my earbuds and listen to my replay as well, because I don't trust this thing anymore. God damn it, YouTube. You're making me want to go to Twitch. But I can't actually stream on Twitch from my phone, so I'm stuck with YouTube for now until I play on my PS4 or something. Now, where's my earbuds? Jesus, I put a lot of stuff all over the damn place. Earbuds, where are you? Okay, there it is. It's being... Oh god, it's over here. Okay, so is everything fine, guys? Is everything fine? I apologize for the technical difficulties, but yeah. Okay, we Gucci. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. And then Jonathan says, alright, I'll be back. I gotta play some Mario Kart with my siblings. Catch you later. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, Jonathan. But yeah, I don't know what I was saying beforehand. I was ranting about, like, Dragon Blaze, but... Yeah. Let me just, like, press OK and continue to fight. Who the hell? Oh, I bet that's my sister. It is my sister. I don't feel like answering the phone. Oh, I had to get... Well... Oh god, why? Audio. What the... Okay, so... Maybe I shouldn't charge the phone while I'm streaming. I don't know. Now, my phone's acting a bit weird here and there. But yeah, now I'm watching the replay as well, so I know that if something happens, I can correct it. Anyways, where was I with my rant about Dragon Blaze? Kevin says, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spend 3 racks on a new chain. Is that a song? Okay, some of these songs, I question some of the lyrics like that. Like, why am I hearing a song about sex? Why can't I just, you know, do it instead? Some raps just make me raise my eyebrow, and then sometimes I can't understand some of these heavy raps. And I don't get some of the point when it's just all about sex and parties and all that good sort. It's like, now if it's something to dance to, then maybe, but still it's like, But that's just my opinion when it comes to music or rap music. Anyways, back on topic, we're talking about Dragon Blaze. It's like the visuals are great. The gameplay, you can auto-run it. Unless you're not a big fan of auto-running stuff and you actually want to physically play the game, then it's a different story. And then the music for this is alright. Now, obviously, if you've been listening or if you've been playing this game for a long time, it does get boring after a while, but still, it's like Dragon Blaze has a lot of potential to it. Especially with its lore. Like, they should emphasize on the lore, they should emphasize on the characters, they should make us interact with these characters. A lot of games that have a lot of fan art and a lot of backings to the community, or like to the game, is because of the fan service and because of their interaction with the characters. There's a good amount of games I can name right off the bat where they can actually interact with the characters, or you feel like you can interact with them. Like, for example, Fate Grand Order. You're playing as the main character, and in the storyline, you can actually choose choices, and you feel like you're getting immersed into the storyline. When it comes to, some other games, Honkai Impact 3, for example, even though it's not heavy on character interaction, you can touch your girls. When it comes to Girls Frontline or Azure Lane, you can actually interact with your waifu, and you can marry your waifu. Yes, you can marry the waifu you like. In Destiny's Child, you get a glimpse of the history of these various characters when you upgrade them. We don't get anything special when we upgrade these characters. We don't get anything epic when we transcend these characters. Like, we do get snippets of their lore. We get snippets of them in the cutscenes, but it's not like they get a whole lot of screen time. Like, some of the characters throughout Dragon Blaze never got screen time. And then Kevin says in Kudak, Black is his hassle rapper. 21 Savage and Metro is better, and Yap story needs to fix. Oh yeah. The story, I'm not mad about it, but the issue I have with the story is that you don't remember it as much unless you record it, or you make a new character and literally go through all of it. One of my projects is to backtrack to like chapter 1 and record these cutscenes, because there is no button to see these specific cutscenes. And if you're rusty on your lore, or if you don't have any sort of reference, it's like, did this exactly happen or something? Some of these phone app games I'm playing, they have an option to skip the cutscenes, or they allow you to see these cutscenes. And sometimes when it comes to storyline, a lot of people or a good amount of people like reading it and getting immersed in the story. Once again, a great example of this is Fate Grand Order, because they did implement some of the stuff from their actual visual novel. Now, if you haven't played Fate as a visual novel, I heard that it's really good. And a lot of people like doing a comparison to the visual novel of Fate compared to the anime, and some people complain about it and use it as reference, but, you know, different mediums, different sort of entertainment purposes, depending on how you want to approach it. So if you want to play it as a video game wise, then you might want to try the Fate visual novel, but if you just want to watch it, then, you know, or read it, then there's mangas and anime shows for it. Kevin says, even elementary kids can make way better than Dragon Blade Story Maker. I mean, I'm not having any sort of issue with the storyline. In my opinion, I think it's fine. It's just that they should expand on it. Because there's a lot of information that's lacking. Like, how the hell do you get transcended? Because apparently, Death Crown got transcended when he interrupted the ritual when Prometheus and Hyperion and Ragnarok were trying to do something to his waifu, to Mercedes. So, watching that certain cutscene, we see that Death Crown evolved literally by absorbing the powers from Prometheus. And yeah, that's how he became transcended. But how does it work for the other characters? How did the Dracos quickly transcend into, you know, their transcended form before they engage against the the Dark Soul Keys with Sasha, with Asker, Morgana, and Ragnarok. Ragnarok himself. The thing is, the story isn't that great though, because it's lacking in a lot of things. Like right now, in Chapter 5, from what I played over in the Korean Dragon Blades, it's interesting, but you don't get to see a lot of the characters, which you can't really feel something for them sometimes. Now, obviously, if it's your wife or husband, though, you might have some sort of feeling towards them, but still, it's like it's lacking. It's really lacking in lore. If you expand on the lore, if you give more in-depth character to the characters themselves, you give them a personality, you give them something that we can work with, then obviously we're gonna fall in love with it and we want more. But it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's decent enough to keep me interested, but it's still lacking. And then Saxon says, I just got in the live video, so what are you doing? Right now, I'm just farming on the global Dragon Blades. There is a 50% multiplier. It's not 100%, but it's still something. Better than nothing. So, yeah, I'm just farming for essences. Kevin says, Season 1 really good. Season 2 really super awesome. Season 3, okay. Season 4, no comment. Season 5, what the hell? Which season is your best, Morph? Season 1 was original because it's pretty much a guy that likes a princess, but, stuff was going on. Ragnarok kind of revealed himself, but didn't really reveal his true form. Second season, I was a bit confused. I think second season was a bit confusing for me because I don't know if we actually went back in time to actually see some of this stuff, but I doubt that we went back in time, but I can't remember the exact wording of those cutscenes, which I need to go back to. Season 3... Let me think about Season 3. Season 3, Chapter 3, it had a huge twist to it because it showed Ragnarok in his true form and there was a bunch of betrayals and stuff. And it got me raising a bunch of questions. Season 4... It's well, I wouldn't say lackluster. It did introduce the Titans, which did raise a bit of an eyebrower, but it's not like it grabbed my interest as much. We did chase after Ragnarok, that is true. We stopped him before he did his grand scheme, which is still up in the air of what he really wanted to do. Unless it's obvious and he wanted to destroy the world. They introduced the Titans and they talked about the different planets and stuff, which introduces us to Chapter 5. But yeah, for Chapter 4, I was just rolling with the story. It wasn't that grand and it wasn't that epic, but yeah. And then now Chapter 5, it's like, what's the gist of this? What is going on? Now, in my honest opinion, we shouldn't have intervened with this political stuff, but obviously we are friends to some of these Transcended Titans, and of course we have to help them out. Helios is out base, so of course we're gonna help her out with her little issue with the rebels, but obviously the Senate is corrupt and there's a bunch of stuff going in the shadows. Kevin says, you mean Dragon Buster? Most Korean players think the Season 5 U-Raid will be Ragnarok again. Laugh aloud. Because, you know, better. Yeah, I mean... It's always been Ragnarok. The first one... Actually... What was the first raid boss? Wasn't the first raid boss actually Death Crown? Actually, I need to go back. I need to see this. I need to see this. So let me end this stream, end this grind fest, and go back to chapter 1 of the U raid for chapter 1. Yeah. Yeah, it is Death Crown. So actually, no, this is not a U raid though. That's the thing. It's only double S gear. Damn it. Okay, so what I'll say is that even though it's not a U-Raid, the only exception to the rule that the end chapter boss is not Ragnarok is chapter 1, but it doesn't give you U-Raid. Oh, U-Gear, excuse me. But yeah, I pray to God that it's not Ragnarok, and I hope... This is a long stretch, and this is a bunch of spoilers since I'm actually playing on the global Dragon Blaze compared to the Korean Dragon Blaze. But I think it's that giant dude that's on the throne now. It may be a huge giveaway, but hopefully, Kevin, you understand what I mean by that giant dude that's on the throne. That might be the U-Raid boss. And I'll be damn surprised that if the storyline leads into us fighting against the gods, I'll be happy about that because I always wanted to fight against god-like beings. But that's a long stretch. I still don't know where the Korean Dragon Blaze is going. We still need to wait for 5-5 over there. Yes, when it comes to the Chapter 5 storyline, there will be 5 areas. So it's going to be 5-5 instead of X-4, which means there's only 4 sections. Chapter 1 followed that concept. Chapter 2 followed that concept. Chapter 3 and 4 also did the same thing. But Chapter 5 is completely different. And then Kevin says, I want to get Fallen Ragnarok in as allies. He looks way fucking better than Overlords. I mean, I'm still gonna love my waifu Eren, but some of the new Overlords caught my attention, especially Captain Esser. She's a badass. Now, if you don't know who Captain Esser is, hopefully you guys can type that up on Google, but she's fighting with one arm. Now, I don't know how many characters in Dragon Blaze are, you know, armless, but Captain Esser is fighting with one goddamn arm, and she's a fencer, and she's a duelist, and she's a badass, and I think she's really good in PvP. Now, depending on what sort of status you need to get her at, then that's up in the air, but, yeah. Yeah, the fact that she only has one arm, and she's fighting, ooh. Faircloth asks, is Chronos still good in Korea? Because I see some people use... Faircloth says, because I see some people... I see the top players in the Korean Dragon Blaze using him in Arena. Yes, Chronos is fucking annoying. No joke, when it comes to PvP, even if you have a base Overlord, if you aren't careful, or if you don't have an arc transcended Chronos, he may be an issue. My team, for example, wasn't heavy in PvP, even though I have Ban and Miyu Mark V. Chronos is a pain in the butt. And he's still handy as a tank in like Challenger's Dungeon and some other modes, so Chronos is good. And also Celine is still good, but give it a few more weeks and then I think she'll be replaced. But yeah, Chronos and Celine, they're transcendent titans you definitely want on your team. And then Shine says, I thought Transcended were gods. Apparently not, because... Oh, like I said, since I'm playing on Global, I'm not going to reveal it as much, but if you are playing on the Korean Dragon Blaze, you go through the storyline, you'll see a specific cutscene talking about it, and I did react to said cutscene for the Korean Dragon Blaze, so yeah. Okay, so if you guys are wondering who's good and who's not good, let me pull up the tier list before Overlords became a thing. So if you guys want, here you go. Oh wait, did I click on 4? Shit, I hope not. Alright, so here's the old tier list. It will show you guys the ratings for all of the Transcended allies. Now, it's up to you to determine if the rankings are fine and whatnot, but this is just a reference. And, you know, use it at your own discretion. And then Awesomeness says, oh, hey, too late, but congrats on 1K. Oh, really? I mean, I already had 1K, I'm trying to go for 2K, but I still need to upload a bunch of videos. I'm still working on a bunch of projects. Hopefully I can get to 2K, but... Actually, I wouldn't say, is it 2 years? How long have I been doing this? Oh god, that's like 2 years of me not going to college too. Who's calling me? Three 3889726. I'm just gonna let it ring out. Okay. I'm gonna check that later. Oh god. Now you guys know where well, obviously. I kinda hinted at where I'm at too because of my talks about certain videos and stuff. Like, if you looked up where NekoCon was at, then you should know where my location is. And also, there was a certain article that kind of had me viral famous in my area, so if you were able to narrow it down as well, you can find me. So, yeah. But anyways, going back on topic, yeah, when it comes to Dragon Blaze, it's just that this game has a lot of potential, but it's not going for it. Brave Frontier, for example, is a good example because, one, you can play that game on auto. However, there are certain modes in that game where you have to pay attention to it. Now, when it comes to Dragon Blaze, obviously, you do need to pay attention to various things like tower validation, maybe in PvP, fortress battle, maybe, tower nightmare mode, what else? Raids, maybe, depending on how tough it is. But once you get familiar with it, then you're gonna leave it on auto. And that kind of takes away from the beauty of just staring at this game. When it comes to Brave Frontier, like I said, it has a bunch of other... I mean, there's a bunch of other games that also have a bunch of different modes as well, where it makes you pay attention. For example, Destiny's Child, the new game, or the new phone app game that I'm kind of making a series on, has that sort of potential. Now, obviously, you can run the game on auto, but you may want to pay attention to a lot of things, because sliding is better than tapping depending on what abilities your character have. And it's not like... there are times where you just gotta leave the game and let it play itself, but there are other times where you just have to pay attention to it and, you know, just beat the heck out of whatever you're doing. And then Kevin says, oh shit, fucking creepy ass siren alert in my house again. Is it nearby, Kevin? What's going on in your area? But yeah, I'm still gonna make videos for you guys. I still need to play catch up with Overlords and Transcended Allies. I'm trying to make a new intro for some of these character reviews. It's gonna take me a while because I need to do a lot of editing when it comes to like zooming in, zooming out, emphasizing on these certain characters in game and all that good sort. Ferricloth says, Morph, you wanna let me win in tag? I mean, I don't know if I can let you win, but I'll let you put a fight against my team if you want, question mark. Like, this isn't my actual team. Margaret and Bell Snow are on my team, but Falcon and Bliss Foxy, they're not my main characters I use for certain modes. The only reason why I had them in my team was to level them up, but I'm gonna have to change my actual team comp. If you fight me in the Korean Dragon Blaze though, just know that my team isn't that great when it comes to PvP. PvE, yes, it's alright, but PvP, no. I'm gonna die because the new ally I got, Lalona, or Tanya, she cannot win in PvP stuff. And she's squishy, she's an archer. Who's texting me? God damn it, people. No, Kevin, I'm not fighting against you. You got Kahan. You got Anakin Skywalker. I'm not fighting against him. Because I know that he is good in PvP. Because he's a rogue. And I haven't looked at his abilities, but they look cool. And edgy. But yeah. Anyways, if you guys haven't, just give me a heads up about your opinions when it comes to this game. If you've been playing this game for a good while, you know, your input would be great when it comes to my future project. But if you're still new to the game, you know, give it a few more weeks, continue playing it. Hopefully you guys can get to the mid area or get a decent team up, and then give me your thoughts about what you think about the game. Actually, if you're still new to the game, give me your first time impressions about the game. Like, you know, put it down in the comments below or say them right now in the chat. And then Faircloth says, is Destiny's Child like some card game? BS looks bland as fuck. I mean, if you've seen my video talking or showcasing it, Faircloth, then you kind of got a gist of what Destiny's Child is. Now, I wouldn't call it a card game, but you do collect allies and you do fight against certain stuff. But there's a lot of characters in that game. I would say it has 40 plus characters over there in Destiny's Child compared to the Dragon Blaze. Now, when it comes to Dragon Blaze, I'm referring to the characters that are transcended. But most likely when Overlords come in, I guess you can count that in as well. So yeah, it's like, we're still using the characters that we are familiar with, because we did use Death Crown in the past as a deified form. We did use Bliss, Foxy, Margaret, and all the other characters. It's just that they got transcended. Now, not all of the awakened characters got a transcended form. Only 7 of them got a transcended form. Bell Snow, Graham, Windloon, Mercedes, Turk, who's a rogue, Lucine, and then the no, what he said, the archer. Who's the paladin? Teal. Shine says, I thought it was Dragon's Crown substitute. That's what I first thought of Dragon Blaze. I mean, I think a good amount of people said the same thing as well. Except, I think the art style reminds me of Odin's Spear? Because there's a character in that game that looks exactly like the warrior, like the beginning warrior character look, not like the transcended warrior look, like the first ever warrior look. Actually, if I go back through the storyline, will it have the transcended form right away, or will it have the puny, skinny little characters that we had in the beginning? Alright. Kevin, I think you'll win against me in Hydra, but I don't know. I might try to make a video for you guys. And then, alright. Well, I want to continue streaming, but I gotta get going. Need to go out, need to go eat. So, thank you guys for just chilling with me and stuff. I'm gonna have to end the stream here, so thank you guys. And hopefully I can make, or I can upload the video by later or tonight. But yeah, so I'll see you around Faircloth, I'll see you around Shine, Kevin, and any other lurkers in the stream. Peace!